Hi, I'm Chef Seamus Mullen. We're in my kitchen at Tertulia restaurant in the West Village in Manhattan, and I'm going to show you how to make a great simple dish using a juicer. We're going to juice some cucumbers and celery, and we're going to make a celery gazpacho with Malpeque oysters. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and juice beautiful cucumbers. Now I'm going to juice the celery. Now I'm going to juice a little bit of melon. I've got some cantaloupe here. Okay, perfect. I've got the start of my gazpacho, just the melon juice, the cucumber, and the celery. And now we're going to season it up. We're going to start by adding some shallots, the juice and zest of 1 lemon. So here's the zest. Add that in. Juice of a lemon. I've got some grated garlic. It's going to give it a little spiciness. Kosher salt, a little bit of fresh cracked pepper, and then I'm going to whisk all that together. And now we're going to add a little bit of champagne vinegar. So just it'll give it a bright acidity that we want to have with the oysters. And finally, for acidity, I'm going to put in some sherry vinegar, nice and bright. We don't want to use too much, just a little bit will go a long way. That gives a bunch of flavor into it. And this is ready to set aside. We can put this into the fridge and let it chill while we're cracking our oysters. These are my Malpeque oysters. They're an East Coast oyster, nice and flat. When you're opening the oyster, what you want to do, get right in there by the hinge. So I'm going to cover it up with a kitchen towel like that, get into the hinge, and you just kind of work the oyster knife in, and then go right all the way around the lid of the oyster, like that. Opens it up nicely, and then you'll take your knife and release it. I always think it's a good idea to give the oysters a little sniff and make sure they smell sweet and delicious. All right, if they smell kind of funky, then you don't want to eat it. I'm going to take some finely diced cucumber that I have right here and make a couple of little nests in the bottom of the bowl for our oysters. It's a nice, refreshing starter and a different way to try oysters. So we have the shucked oysters. Take this guy right out like that. Another one here. I'm going to put 4 in for each dish. All right, another one like that, and one more. Perfect. So I've got 4 nice oysters on the bed right there. Take our gazpacho, let's just taste it, make sure that it's what we're looking for. It's really, really good. Very refreshing. A little bit of the melon sweetens it up. And I'm going to pour this around the edge. I've got some fresh herbs, basil and little dill. With herbs, I prefer to tear them rather than chopping them up with a knife so they don't get bruised. Same thing with the dill. And the final thing I'm going to finish this with is one of my hero foods, olive oil. So I've got Arbequina olive oil from Spain. It's a natural antioxidant. Actually, it's also a natural anti-inflammatory, and it's really incredible stuff. I couldn't cook my food without it. So I'll just do a little drizzle. We use it kind of like a sauce to finish things. We have a celery, cucumber, and melon gazpacho with Malpeque oysters. Buen provecho.